threshold of the North Sea of my mind, and a nod to the boredom that drove me here to face the tide and swim. I swim, oh swim. Dip a toe in the ocean, oh how it hardens and it numbs. The rest of me is a version of man built to collapse and crush.
A plan that I think is very inadequate. It assumes we're going to burn trash forever. It did not look at the cost of doing that. It did not look at the environmental impact of doing that. And it really just was more of a financial bailout plan for the agency than a what are our options to recycle, to compost, to export waste, to continue burning, and what are the issues and what are the best choices. That's a real solid waste management plan that the DC would like to see, and we didn't do that.
So at Vassar Repower, we've been following the RRA's LSWAMP process closely throughout the past 6 months or so, and have become increasingly agitated by the lack of transparency exhibited by the RRA.
Kind of the lack of responsiveness made me question kind of who the RRA is accountable for, if not the public. And to answer my own question, I would guess no one.
We are aware that the LSWAMP has not been submitted, and now the old swamp is expired. This fact is indicative of the weak management we have witnessed throughout this process.
And I sort of just want to reiterate the point that because the LSWAMP has not been made public leads us to believe that the county is without one. And if we don't have one, and also there's no CRA, these facilities can't really receive waste legally.
This weakness is a barrier to sustainable waste management future in Dutchess County, which is our primary concern.
I urge the RRA to resolve this with efficiency, but also with responsibility. And sort of in conclusion, we want to ensure that the public's voice is heard. We realize that the renewal of the LSWAMP is a great opportunity to make our county's waste management policies as sustainable as possible. And we're concerned that this opportunity isn't given enough concern and that it's not taken as seriously as it should be. And we ask that the RRA does give it the attention and concern that it does deserve.
At Vassar and Bard, we envision a future of waste management in Dutchess that is economically empowering, healthy for Dutchess residents, and socially and environmentally just. Countless municipalities nationwide have proved that this is not only possible to pursue principles of zero waste, but that developing reuse centers, composting facilities, and boosting recycling can revitalize communities and create clean, green, and well-paying jobs for residents.
Especially the kids. Yesterday was my granddaughter's 3rd birthday. I have 3 grandsons. One's 8, one's going to be 6 next week, and the other is going to be 4 in July. There's no one more concerned about the environment and the way that we handle our trash and such than I am. We understand the problems that we face. You have to understand here that we are operating within the confines of rules, regulations, county executives, county legislators, Republicans and Democrats. And don't think for a minute that those things that tug at this community, or this committee, aren't it's sometimes a roadblock to the work that we can get done. Let's get it done right the first time. And if it takes us a little more time than you'd like, please understand, we want to do it right, as you do. So have you guys written an LSWAMP for us?
Well said.
No, I'm serious.
Well
the kids, have you,
Well, we did submit.
students?
Obviously, we don't have time to write a 200-page document. That is your job, or maybe shouldn't be.
We'd like your help. I'd like your help.
we did-
If no one else, I'd like to see what your thoughts are.
We are making an effort to make our views known. That's why we came here, for one. And we understand that the issue isn't actually strictly environmental, but political and economic. So, yeah, we
Work with us.
We're
In any
happy
way
to.
you can. Work with us.
Until you can't see one swim, until you can't